Texting. Good evening, America, Celtic Nation. Those of you that aren't drowning in a bottle of some alcoholic beverage right now. It's a surprise. Freestyle Friday here in the sack. The redoubtable one was not called in for this one. No. It's a solo shot tonight. After all, it's not his team that left their brain in the locker room. Once again, welcome back to IDD. For those who know, I don't disagree. This will be the only segment tonight because, quite frankly, I don't know how much more of this I can stomach. Tonight in Boston, the showdown, I suppose, lived up to its hype. Denver escapes. I should say Denver was gift-wrapped, a 102-100 win, ending Boston's 20-game home winning streak for what that stupid thing was worth. Two things stood out tonight. One, the more talented team lost. Again. And the reason for that is, the second thing that rang true tonight is the smarter team won. Again. And for those of you idiots out there that don't know basketball, will go, well, how are they come? They're 32-10. They're 32-10 because they have more talent than every fucking team in this league. But they lost to a less talented team in 7 games last year in the conference finals. If you forgot about that, the Miami Heat, who were missing Tyler Hero, and Boston lost that series because they were dumb. Okay? I am sick and fucking tired of these fucking pink hats, these millennials, these dickheads who never saw Larry Bird play, or Kevin McHale, or Robert Parrish, or Dennis Johnson, or any of the real fucking greats. Kevin Garnett would ring a few. Paul Pierce only became Paul Pierce. I mean, he was a great one-on-one player, but he didn't until Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen showed up. But Ray Allen was a historically great three-point shooter. I could live if there were 5 Ray Allens out there probably doing this, because they wouldn't fucking shoot 14 for 44, okay, from the three-point line. And that's the first fucking problem. This style of play, I've been saying it now for 2 fucking years, okay, over 2 years. Okay, this style of play only works if the Splash Brothers in their prime are your backcourt. And Kevin Durant is your 3. Those are 3 knockdown shooters. You can shoot up 40 fucking threes when you got 3 knockdown shooters in your, and not just knockdown. These are 3 historically great fucking shooters. They're the only team that's won with this style of play. So either Joe Mazzulla flunked history, because he never obviously studied it, okay? Or Brad Stevens flunked history, because clearly he fucking hasn't woken up to this yet, okay? Something's got to change in Boston before they piss away a 3rd consecutive championship. And make no mistake, they've already pissed away 2, okay? Where they were the most talented team in the NBA and they had nothing to show for it. They will not win a championship shooting over 43s and less than 20 free throws. Let me throw some numbers at you for the slow people, because this isn't the first fucking time I've done this. But tonight against the world champions, the Celtics had not 1, not 2, but 3 double-digit leads at 3 different points in this game. And every fucking time they got up by 10 or 11 or 12, they shot the Denver Nuggets back into it. Because instead of going to the basket and putting them down, they just jacked 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. And because they are not knockdown shooters, Denver got back into the game and eventually won it. Boston led at the end of the first quarter. Boston led at the end of the second quarter. Boston led at the end of the third quarter. Didn't matter. Boston only had 2 turnovers tonight. Didn't matter. Okay? How do you lose at home when you only have 2 turnovers in the entire fucking game? I'll tell you how. You go 14 for 44 from the fucking three-point line. And you go 10 for 14 from the foul line. And while we're on the subject of going to the basket, the 2 best players on this roster, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, respectively, both all-NBA caliber players, 2 of the top 10, 15. Tatum's top 5. Brown's probably top 15, top 20 players in the world. Their strengths, I think everyone who saw them play will say, well, they can shoot the 3, but their strength is going to the basket. I think everyone who knows anything about basketball, who watches these 2 play, would say that their strength is going to the basket, posting up because they're bigger guard, bigger small forward. Tatum 6'9", Brown is 6'7". Okay, they can do that. They both did it at points tonight, but they didn't do it enough. Okay? That would be their strength. Posting up and or going to the basket. Not shooting the three. How do I know this? Well, tonight, when it mattered most against the best team in the NBA, Tatum went 1 for 8 from the stripe, from the top of the key, from the arc rather. Brown went 1 for 9. Tatum took 3 free throw attempts in the entire fucking game in his building. Brown took 2. Okay? And you can talk to me about, well, refs missed some calls. If they kept going to the basket, they wouldn't have missed all of them. But they stopped. Because they don't get a call, they cry and they settle for threes. They are too easy to mentally shut off. It's too easy to get in Brown and Tatum's head and shut them down. All the ref has to do is miss a call, and these two morons think to themselves, well, I can't go to the basket. They're not going to call it anyway. Okay? And that's literally what happened tonight. By the way, okay, talk about front runners. The best duo in the NBA, okay, by the way, if you didn't figure this out, is Jokic and Murray. Tonight on the Boston Garden Parquet, Jokic and Murray combined for 69 points. Tatum and Brown combined for 35. 35 points for $450 million when it mattered most, when you had to send a statement, okay? The only statement that got sent tonight is the Boston Celtics are still the dumbest fucking basketball team on earth. Don't worry. If they have, don't worry. It's like they'll shoot you back into it. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry if you get down 12 or 15. They'll shoot you back into it. Okay, if you're a good team, if you're a bad team, they'll boat race you because you'll quit. That's why you're a bad team in the first place. See, the problem is half this league sucks. They light up the bad half, and I said this to Joel last year on our show, that they light up the bad half, and then when the playoffs come, you get down to the final 8 when that's the legit 8 best teams in the league and they play defense and they get after you. You can't win with that style of play. And I've got the last 2 postseasons to prove it. Boston has lost to Golden State, not as talented, and Miami, not as talented. Why? Because they took too many fucking threes. And then tonight, it happened again. And their 20-game win streak at home, bye. Okay? All these idiots had to do was go to the basket and keep going to the basket. Denver could not cover them, and they would have fouled them out. Murray had 2 fouls in the first quarter. Murray was never in danger of fouling out. Murray had 35 points tonight. So much for Jaylen Brown. I'm going to flex my muscles and make defense a priority. 35 fucking points for that guy. Okay? Jokic, 34. Okay, now look, the 2 best players on the floor tonight for Boston were Derek White and Kristaps Porzingis. Hell, Porzingis actually blocked Jokic's 3-point shot. How many times have you seen that? Porzingis was 21 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block, and he did that on less than 15 shots. He was efficient. He was great. First quarter, he kept him in it. He had 15. He matched Jokic in the first half. Where were Jaylen and Brown and Jason Tatum to take over in the second half? I don't know where they were, but they weren't at the foul line. That's for shit sure. They were out in Larry land trying to be Larry Bird. Neither one of you is Larry fucking Bird. Get that through your head. Okay? I'm sick and fucking tired of watching this supremely talented team lose because it's too stupid to learn how to win. And it's got a mountain of evidence, a mountain of videotape to prove what I'm saying. Okay? I've been a Celtic fan since I could crawl. Okay? Okay, I've played at and worked at Red Auerbach's camp, Dave Cowan's camp, Don Nelson's camp, Sat Sanders. Look up those 4 gentlemen. You know what you're going to find? A buffet, a litany, a plethora, if you will, of world championship rings. Dave Cowens was a league MVP in 1973. These are the men that taught me how to play. Never did I ever hear any one of them say, and again, when I came around the 3-point, I was 6 years old when the 3-point line came into existence in 1979. Okay, I grew up in the 3-point shot. It was there. But it was used as a weapon, not as the primary option in your offense. Until Steph Curry came around and fucked this whole thing up. And now everybody's trying to fucking do it. And Steph Curry is the only one that can do it like that. And you should have learned that 2 years ago when he did it to you. Okay? And it cost you a championship. You tried to play his game instead of playing your game. Boston took 44 threes tonight. Denver took 31. Denver won. Boston had 2 turnovers tonight. Denver had 9. Denver won. Why? The 3-point shot. Which brings me back to those 4 men I uttered, okay? Red Auerbach, the Godfather, 16 rings. 16 fucking rings. That's more than Phil Jackson. That's more than Jerry West, the player, the coach, the GM, the owner, the whatever, okay? Don Nelson, 3-time NBA Coach of the Year, 8 championship rings. Sat Sanders was a first-grade perimeter defender. He's got 8 rings too. Dave Cowens, 2 world championships. He beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the finals. He outplayed Jabbar in the finals. We played for Milwaukee in the 70s. All right, 74, 76. All right, I forget, actually 74. Okay, he beat Jabbar. He outplayed Jabbar. He won a league MVP. He was a league MVP in 1973. At no point in any of my interaction or working with or playing for and learning from these four men, these four legends, did I ever hear one of them say, live by the three. Look for that three. Never fucking heard him say it. Red Auerbach could be turning over in his grave right now if he isn't already. Okay? This is a fucking joke. And I'm getting sick and tired of Joe Mazzulla insulting the intelligence of the most knowledgeable fucking fan base in basketball. That's the Boston Celtics fans. You insult us with this style of play. Because everybody in that building knows it. They can just tell. You can just hear the air come out of it when they start jacking threes. Okay, there was a possession in the first half where Boston was literally got 4 offensive rebounds. They were out hustling Denver, and what did they do? They kept kicking out 3, 3, 3. It started with a 3. Brick, rebound, kick out 3, brick, rebound, kick out 3, brick, rebound, kick out 3, another brick, rebound, kick out 3, another brick. 5 fucking 3-point bricks in one goddamn possession when they out hustled Denver and got nothing to show for it because none of these dickheads decide to put their head down and go, enough of this shit and go to the basket. This style of play has to stop. And if Brad Stevens is going to do something about it, then Wick Grossbeck, you better get your fucking ass in there and say something because you're about to piss away another championship. You see that fucking thing right there, boys and girls? You just fucking see it? There's 17 fucking banners right there. See that bottom one? That's 2008. That's 15 fucking years ago. Okay? There should be a 2021, a 21-22 in there. Or 122, 22, 23, 2 of them down there, but there aren't. Because these idiots won't fucking play the game the right way. And I say idiots because you've earned that title. You've earned that fucking title. You don't like it? Tough fucking shit. You don't like it? Stop doing it. Okay? Because every knowledgeable Boston Celtics fan up there knows this. They know it. Okay? They know that I don't see Larry Bird out there. I don't see Ray Allen out there. I don't see Danny Ainge out there. Shit, I don't see Eddie House out there. Okay? Those guys were knocked down shooters. You left, if those 4 guys were out there running around, yeah, because they'll hit 50%. Okay? Not these guys. And when Jamal Murray has 2 fouls in the first quarter and you don't attack him for the rest of the fucking game, he ended up with 35 points. Because you didn't realize you had him on the ropes until the second he came back in the game, you should have been attacking him. The second he came back in the game in that second quarter, you should have been attacking him. There was none of that. Okay? And every time Boston got up by double digits, they just all of a sudden just start shooting threes. Kendrick Perkins said it at halftime. Why are they taking, get downhill? He said, get downhill. What he was saying was go to the goddamn basket. Kendrick Perkins is saying it in the ESPN studio. He would know. He's got a ring on his finger. He's on that 2008 team. He was saying it. So I'm not off my rocker here. I don't want to hear from you fucking yahoos. Knock it off, man. They're 32-10. I don't give a fuck if they go 72-10. The Golden State Warriors went 73-9 one year and lost. Okay, didn't win a championship. Who gives a fuck about the regular season? This team is measured by banners, not regular season records. Okay? And if you think I'm nuts, okay, there's a team down there in Texas that hasn't won dick in 29 years because every year they fucking talent, and they kill in the regular season. Second they get in the playoffs, their sphincter shrinks up and they go home. Okay? Now, the Celtics are not the Dallas Cowboys. Hell, they've won a championship in this century, but they had Kevin Garnett. They had Ray Allen. They had Paul Pierce, 3 first-ballot Hall of Famers. Okay? This team has that kind of talent, but until it has that kind of basketball acumen, get used to 60-win seasons and disappointment because that's all it's going to be. And I'm sick and fucking tired of watching 2 of the top 15 players in the world shoot themselves in the foot every time they play against a legitimate opponent. Okay? And I'm not talking about Philadelphia. They don't count. Philly, they should beat Philly in their sleep. That went to 7 because we were stupid. They should have beat them in 5. Okay? Denver is their mark. Minnesota is their mark. Okay? Miami, for whatever reason, is their Miami from a talent perspective, be on the floor with them. But they'll give them fits if they face them because Miami's smarter and they're tougher. And they're fundamentally better. Okay? But talent-wise, not even close. But as a wise man once said, his name was Red Auerbach, want to argue with him? Talent is 10% of the game. 90% of it is up here. That's Red Auerbach. You want to argue with him? Go right ahead. but he's got 16 rings. The guys wearing that uniform now are 0-1 in the finals. And they're 1-5 in conference finals. They got if Red Auerbach was alive, they shouldn't even look him in the eye. Because they don't deserve it. Okay? Tatum, Brown, take your heads out of your ass before you piss away another championship and piss off this fan base to the point where they're calling for your heads. Because if you don't win it this year, they're going to be demanding one of you gets traded. They are. You think I'm crazy? They will. Okay? Celtics fans ain't going to take much more of this. They're not. Not the real ones. Not the real ones. Or better yet, they'll simply stop showing up. And once the owner, this is what happened in Foxborough. Once the owner got hit in the wallet, remember what Gillette Stadium looked like in December last month? Stadium was half empty. Once the owner gets hit in the wallet, changes are a-coming. You guys piss away this championship this year, changes are a-coming. You thought last year was a shock? That'll be nothing compared to this offseason. Because Celtic fans will not put up with this for much longer. Wake the fuck up before you piss it away again. I am sick of watching this. You better, when you go out to Denver, you better fucking win that game. You better win it. You should have won. And Kendrick Perkins said it. They should have been up 16 points at the half, and they weren't because they kept jacking threes. Okay? And if he knows it, everybody knows it. Okay? Wake the fuck up before you piss this away again. I'm not going to sit here and watch this garbage any longer. Okay? I can simply turn the channel. Okay? There's a million basketball games I can watch where I won't see fucking idiocy like this. Okay, just fucking idiocy. Fucking moronic fucking fundamental basketball. Okay? 2 fucking turnovers and you fucking... They were talking about Denver's fucking defense tonight. Denver didn't have to play any defense tonight because half of your fucking shots are from 25 feet away. They didn't have to play any fucking defense. You name me another team, a good team in the history of that league that lost a home game with only 2 turnovers. I double dog dare you. I triple dog dare you to find that fucking game. Where the home team, who was an elite team, Boston's an elite team, had 2 turnovers in the entire fucking game and lost at home. Look it up. I'd love to see you find it. You probably, if it happened 70 fucking years ago. That's how fucking rare it is. If it even happened. I don't think it ever has. Okay? But that's how bad, how stupid this basketball team is. And it starts with the coach. He should have ended this shit at halftime. When we saw that possession at the end of the second quarter when they got 4 fifth rebounds and kept jacking threes, they bricked everyone, he should have told them at halftime, knock it off, go the fucking basket. You're up 6 points, stop fucking around and put this team down. But you didn't do that, did you, Mr. Missoula? No. What you said was, hey, we're getting good looks, keep firing them up there. Yeah. Enjoy that fucking loss to another inferior team on your floor. You guys enjoy the weekend. I'm going to go get drunk because I can't fucking stomach this anymore. Okay? Boston Celtics, take your head out of your ass before you piss away another one. I'm done. You guys enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Until then, for the redoubtable one, who I'm sure, see, he's not depressed tonight. He doesn't have the best team in the NBA pissing away fucking wins at home against the world champions when they should have sent a message. Only thing you sent a message tonight is that they're tougher and smarter than you. Better prove them wrong. See you guys next week.